Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to the Black Mirror. So we're in the middle of this conversation with Ralph through a hole in the wall. We've got what looks like a Metallica face painted here and a skeleton's painted here. And this might actually just be a normal person painted here. The doctors have locked us in, or the head doctor is, no, I guess not the head doctor because that's Robert. But the other doctor that we just electrocuted has locked us in, and he's bringing more people, so we need to figure out how to escape pretty quickly. But we need to also know if Robert, the head doctor, was doing things that were nefarious, and I think he was.
You said you are scared of the head doctor.
Yes. Very. He's not a good man, Samuel.
Why are you afraid of him?
He often shouts at us, and he's very strict. But I'm mostly afraid of him at night. He sometimes goes around to our rooms, and then something happens to somebody.
Tell me more.
Once at night, he also came to me, gave me some medicine, and after that, I was very sick. He said he would give me more if I told anyone. You will not tell him that I told you, will you, Samuel?
I won't tell him anything.
I don't know if I could bear more medicine.
When did you last see the head doctor?
I think it was that time he was shouting at James. I didn't see him the next night. I didn't see him today either. I hope he will be gone for a long time.
Why would Robert administer medicine secretly at night? He must be hiding something.
So it seems like he's experimenting with some kind of secret illegal drugs or treatments.
Ralph, when James was planning to escape, did he speak to you about it?
Yes, Samuel.
Did he mention how he would do it?
Yes, he did.
Will you tell me?
But I can't. That I can't do. I promised James. I wouldn't tell that to anyone.
Okay.
Ralph, James is my good friend too. Do you understand me? I know he would tell me himself if he were here.
All right. I think I can tell you. Mr. Bobby says it's okay to. James has got a hole under his bed. Yes, a hole.
Under his bed, you say?
Yes. Yes, surely. You promise that you won't tell anyone.
Don't be afraid, Ralph.
Mr. Bobby trusts you, Samuel. So do I. I go speak with Mr. Bobby now. Seems so sad to me.
So let's look at the drawings.
Of terrified faces drawn with charcoal.
And let's see, table.
A couple of pencils and some blank sheets of paper. Nothing interesting.
And toilet.
Disgusting. These are horrible conditions indeed.
And we can't use the light bulb or switch.
It's broken. The only functional light is above the door.
And let's just make sure we pixel hunt before we leave this area. Just Ralph. So climb under the bed. And nobody investigated that?
I should leave before someone sees me. I'll return later when things have settled down. I'd better leave now.
Okay. That was several animations and cutscenes that could have been there, just skipped over completely. Let's go to the library, and what did we really learn? We have James's diary, and we have a paint picture. And so Unless we're supposed to do something with the picture, which maybe we are. Maybe Victoria can tell us what the picture coordinates with.
A dark picture that James painted.
Like, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna find here.
I don't want to upset Victoria with yet another conversation. I'll talk to her later.
And we can't just go into James's study. You'd think somebody would sneak in there at that point when he's missing. At the very least, to make sure he's not dead in the place, or that there might be some evidence or something helpful, a note of an itinerary where he's going. So I guess I doubt it has anything to do with Morris. Morris at this rate is gonna get off easy and just become an unimportant character in the story. Let's ask Bates.
Do you need anything, sir?
I would like to ask you about something.
Certainly, sir.
What can I ask him about? I can ask him about the lighthouse.
Can you tell me where the old lighthouse is on our lands? I do not recall having heard about it.
But certainly you do, sir. The decaying ruins are along the Sharp Edge Cliffs. It is the only building in that wasteland. You cannot possibly miss it. May I ask why you are interested in it?
Well, I really just wanted to know where I would find it. I think I will go now.
I'll return to my work.
Okay. So apparently that was a picture of a lighthouse. And let's just look at the map of the manor. And as soon as we found that information out, we can go to the Sharp Edge Cliffs. I don't know if this game was more open world and you could have just come to all of these areas at the beginning, if that would have really helped anything. It almost certainly would have made the game a lot worse. But I don't know, that's the same argument that Broken Sword 1 Remastered did, is the remastered version made it very linear, where the original version of Broken Sword was very open world and you could go to different areas even if you were lost. I think the big difference though is in the original Broken Sword 1, being in an open area and wandering around only added maybe a couple hours of gameplay at most. This game already has 15 plus hours of gameplay in it, so adding anything, adding any extra gameplay is unwelcome. In fact, this whole game is desperately in need of editing down. You could have broken it into 3 different games. So we've got some cans instead of wind chimes.
There's nothing interesting on those.
And ooh, I should save before I fall off in the cliff, because that's what kind of game this is. It would do that. We know it would do that.
A stiff mist clouds the bottom of the cliff from sight. It's at least 50 feet down, given the reverberation of the waves.
So unless we're gonna throw somebody off the cliff or throw something off the cliff, we have an entrance, we have a window. And this is supposed to be a lighthouse?
Someone started a fire inside. If it's really James in there, I should be ready for just about anything.
Like, this doesn't look like a lighthouse to me. It just looks like a building. I would call it maybe a tower. We can go around the lighthouse, or we can just go in the inside.
First, I'll have a look around.
It's still very possible James is crazy.
Have a look
I got knocked out, but I think that was part of the game. Alright, who's doing the digging? It didn't give me much time. Boy, was I right to save. Boy, was I right to save. Which tells me we are close. We are close to the end.
First, I'll have a look around. Someone started a firing site. If it's really Jake.
I don't need to click on everything. So the question, I guess, comes down to weapons. We have the acid and we have the knife. And you really don't have a lot of time to use it. So, unless you're just supposed to use the knife as you go around.
Maybe I should have a look around the lighthouse before I go find out who's inside.
Of course, stabbing this guy might actually be the wrong response, but you're dead one way or the other. Knife on James. Acid on James.
My arms as well as my legs are tied together.
Talk to James.
It appears to me I need to stop. It appears to me I need to stop.
What else? Oh, I'm supposed to cut myself free, maybe? I might have to use a walkthrough just to get through this part. Let's see if we can cut ourselves free, and that's what we're trying to do. I don't know why they would have thought this was a good move to have sections like this.
First, I'll have...
There we go.
Maybe I should have a look around the lighthouse before I go.
If you were going to make a game where there's a lot of potential cutscenes where a character can die, it has to be probably the best way to do that is a horror game where you play as multiple characters and the story still moves on if you fail in some way usually, or you get hurt sometimes but you don't die. That way the game continues.
It appears to be digging me a grave. I need to stop.
A knife. Like I right clicked on him and I think that means I can grab him. Seriously? So I cut myself free with the knife. That was good enough. But
First, I'll have a look around.
maybe I need to cut myself free twice.
Maybe I should have...
Like, just auto-saving here and giving an auto-load when you failed would be helpful. So I cut my hands free. Do I cut my legs free? Yes, I do. And then he hits me again. Come on, game. This is ridiculous. This is really, really ridiculous.
First, I'll have
Let's look at the window here.
someone started. If it's really first,
Let's save ourselves some time, because at this rate it seems kind of obvious that this is going to take multiple attempts. So now when I reload to the section, I can just click
maybe
that.
I should have a
We can skip. The game is not giving me enough time. For a game that demands so much of your time, it's really crazy that James, knife on James, rock, Samuel, talk. Yeah, you only really have enough time to do one thing. And the game has trained me that the trying to cut myself free is not the right thing.
maybe I should have a look.
Oh, cut my feet free. Cut my hands free does seem like it's the right move. Cut this here. Like, we could try to use the black sphere on him. That didn't work. Acid on him. Photo.
Appears to be digging me. I need to stop.
Music box. On James. Seriously? That was the solution? I don't think many players are gonna figure that one out. Music soothes the salvage beast.
You know it.
Beast.
Try to remember, James.
I heard it so many times when I was a little boy.
Trust me, I'm telling you the truth. I am Samuel. William was my friend, just as he was yours.
Samuel. I don't remember the name. It's all so distant now.
William raised you as a son.
I just wanted to go back home. I sent a letter to William, but he neither replied nor...
James is dancing around like he needs to
You could
pee.
not come, James. It was I who found your note, and that is why I've come.
Why couldn't he come? Is he ill?
William is dead.
No, I don't believe you. You're lying. He will come for me and take me home.
You have to trust me, James. William died a few days ago. They found his body under the old tower. Everyone believes it was an accident, but I don't believe it. I've come to you because you can help me find the truth.
Me? There's no way I could be of help. I don't believe in truth anymore.
But you know something that can help me find it. You must help me.
I don't even know who you are. What if you're lying to me? What if you have come to take me back?
I'm your only friend now, James. If you tell me what you know, I will help you return home.
Why should I trust you?
Well, you don't have much of a choice.
Maybe you really are my only friend. And if you're lying, it doesn't really matter anyway. I will never return there. I'd sooner kill myself than be with those people again.
You won't have to if you help me.
All right. I'll tell you everything you want.
So, the key, William, Robert. Let's just start on the left.
James, I know you used to live at the castle. Why did William leave you in Ashbury?
It wasn't William. It was Robert who let me grow old in that horrible place. He put me there, against William's will. He told him that I'd be better off, that I'd only stay there for a few weeks, that it would help me.
But you never returned.
He convinced William that I was getting worse, and that he had to treat me for another month or two. William believed the lies and put me in Robert's care.
Interesting.
I still have no idea why he did that to me. How could he possibly allow such a thing?
So, Robert was looking to him all that time.
If it hadn't been for him, I could have returned any time. But now, everything's changed. I am here, and nobody, not even Robert, is going to get me back. I hate that bastard.
Robert left for Ashbury 2 days ago. He said he had to leave because of something serious. No one has seen him since then, neither at the castle nor at the sanatorium.
Good. Maybe he finally got what he deserved. Maybe somebody finally killed him for all his atrocities. I certainly won't miss him.
Atrocities?
All those secret experiments of his on the patients. He's obsessed with the idea that he's going to make a huge discovery and won't stop no matter what happens. Him who's mad.
What exactly did he do?
He injected all kinds of stuff into us. Some of us died. Everyone in those cells is a guinea pig to him.
Why has no one ever found out?
He gets away with whatever he wants. No one has ever found out. When I told him I wanted to return, he gave me a shot. After that, I didn't have a clue what was happening for 2 whole days. He knows very well that I could tell and ruin everything. I didn't want another dose of that stuff, so I ran away.
And let's ask about the key. It'll be very funny if he goes, "Oh, the key, here it is, right here. Take it."
I want you to take a look at this. I know William left a similar object in your care a long time ago. I would like to get it back.
Gave it to me as a present when I was a little boy. I had long forgotten about it. William said I must take special care of it and not tell anyone. And he was very serious about it.
So where is it now? Have you got it with you?
No, they would have found it and taken it from me. I hid it in a safe place, right in front of everybody's noses. It wouldn't occur to anyone to even start looking there.
Where? Where did you hide it?
I don't know if I should tell you.
William is dead. I must find that thing. You can't possibly imagine what I had to go through to get a hold of the other ones.
All right, I will tell you. It's in the old sewers, deep under the castle.
But there are no sewers there. Do you mean the cellar?
There is such a place, right under the cellar. You can get there through one of the trains.
Is that where I will find it?
Yes.
have to leave now, James.
Okay, I'll hide again.
And apparently, there's more game to play. So, let's just quick travel to the castle. And now the game's being kind of mean to us because we had this point where we could die, and we got past that point, and now we have more that we have to do.
The door is locked.
Well, isn't the key right there? So basically the door is locked to stop people from crawling out of the sewers into the cellar. Well, such an old door, maybe it only stays closed if it's locked. So here's a sewer drain. So what, 10 hours ago we could have potentially found the key. And here we're hearing creepy sounds. Let's go to the rear part and see if we somehow find Robert chained to a wall down here. See, that wouldn't be too bad if it turns out that Bates was killing people. So not that sewer. Let's look at this sewer.
A sewer.
A grinder.
It still seems to work just fine.
Grinder to sharpen something. Seems like they're gonna put a little more gameplay in this.
A sewer. I can't see anything there. Unpleasant smell is coming.
So those are some default responses. You don't see a lot of this in point-and-click adventure games where you have multiple choices.
I can't see anything there. Unpleasant smell.
Rope with hooks. Apparently.
It might come in handy.
So, are we supposed to use the rope with hooks on the grinder as a way to
I'll tie the hook to the rope.
to pull up the sewer grate?
It still seems to work.
So, is there another sewer somewhere? Or maybe we do this on the sewer with the pump and then the pump pulls it up. I guess that would work too. It's almost like the solution potentially could have worked either way.
A sewer. I can't see anything.
Can't see anything down there. Are we supposed to maybe look with the sewer light and then potentially blow up a acid on the sewer maybe? If you put a flame near a sewer, it's a chance it would explode from gases.
The pump is part of the entire water distribution system. It pumps the water in and out endlessly according to immediate needs.
There's only 2 parts here, though. So either I am not seeing a sewer, or I need to use the walkthrough.
I can't see anything there.
Yeah, unless there's a trick where one thing does. This probably is just a pixel hunt. That's, I bet what it is, but I think also I'm just gonna choose to cheat. We've cheated so many other times.
I can't see anything there.
I'm right on the verge of being done with this chapter, but yep, I am confused. So I am going to be left in confusion. One can only guess how many hours it's been. We're probably approaching the 14 or 15 hour mark in gameplay. I'm probably taking longer to get through this than I would like. The good news is if we get under the house, there's a lot of room for puzzles there. If they're good puzzles, if they're quick puzzles, if they're fun puzzles, we may not have that much more conversation in the rest of the game at all. That would be interesting too. If we actually just never found anything about Robert or where he is, or just found him dead somewhere, that would be, I guess, good enough. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.